Episodes like this, they're never fun. They're never easy to do, but life is about celebrating, especially when you accomplish a lot of things in a short amount of time on this earth. And while this doesn't directly relate to NASCAR racing, it does in some ways, and that's in particular to one NASCAR driver. That's Jeffrey Earnhardt. Now, Lizzy Musi came from a legendary family in drag racing. Her mom, a drag racer herself. Her dad, a legendary engine builder. At the age of 16, Lizzy went out there and started carving her own path in the drag racing world. And a lot of wins, a lot of accomplishments, a lot of great things that she did, proving she belonged where she was at. And then she got on the show Street Outlaws on Discovery Channel, became a household name to so many around the world, and so many started following her, keeping up with her story and so much of her life, which she genuinely shared on all of her social media platforms. But then in April of 2023, unfortunately, she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, which eventually moved to her liver and her lymph nodes. And all through this time, she courageously shared this with all of her fans and people on her social media platforms through the highs and the lows. But one of the highs I started seeing with this right here was this driver started showing up in her pictures, and that was Jeffrey Earnhardt. And over a period of time, started springing rumors that these two might be dating, something might be going on here. And then, as she started showing up at the racetrack with Jeffrey for races, kind of put the rumors to rest, and you knew something really cool was going on here with these two. And what's really interesting about this is it seems like they were made for each other. It seemed like a great match, a pairing that was just meant to be. Both of them coming from legendary racing families. Both of them loving the outdoors, loving to do so much together. And Lizzy was not scared to share her feelings towards Jeffrey Earnhardt on her social media account.
I found a man when I least expected it on top of going through the worst time of my life. It didn't faze him, and he has loved me unconditionally since. Hair or no hair, sick or not, he has seen me at my worst. Getting numerous calls to tell how beautiful and strong I am. Talking on FaceTime, with my wig off, and still compliments me. I am so thankful for you, and it needs to be said, Jeffrey Earnhardt.
They each continued to share little portions of their life, giving little glimpses to all their fans out there, a little private life that they lived. And it was just so cool to see in so many ways. And it was really neat with this aspect because it seemed like these two found each other just at the right time. And it's got me thinking about an interview that Jeffrey had with Dale Jr., where he talked about the topic of love in his life and finding somebody.
Is that like, hey man, I'm going to get to that eventually one day?
Yeah,
I do want to have that in my life at some point.
I feel like I always say I don't, only because like I want to chase this racing
Just working
thing
hard for yourself,
forever,
yeah. Right.
And
What are relationships like for Jeffrey?
difficult. It's hard traveling all the time.
What's
Always on
been
the
the
go.
problem?
Just the travel, the nonstop, uncertainty
Being
of
gone?
where you're going. Yeah,
Not being
yeah.
able to be together all the time, them
Yeah.
understanding.
For me, it's like, I want to put my heart and soul into racing because that's my passion.
Yeah.
And like I get
There's
it's not fair.
Yeah, but this girl's going to come along, man, and I wonder. I guess maybe you haven't had that experience, right? At some point in your life, you at least know, like, the next time I do that, I'm going to make sure it's the real deal.
Yeah, I guess I feel like there's a time for everything, and
Yeah.
when it's meant to be, it'll happen.
So obviously Jeffrey was able to find that compatible partner in his life. As this year he was only scheduled to run 4 races in the Xfinity Series, and obviously taking time off, take away from himself to spend time with her, and it's just amazing. But unfortunately, on June 27th, just a couple days ago, Lizzy succumbed to her battle with cancer, and I can't say enough how much I feel for the family and for Jeffrey. I've known Jeffrey since he was a little guy, super individual, and my heart goes out to him in so many ways. But I want to leave this with words of encouragement right here. Come from Lizzy herself. Words I think everybody can take a look at and live by, and keep this young woman's legacy alive for a long time.
This year I wasn't quite sure where my journey was going to lead me. I knew it was going to be like walking through fire at your weakest point. God is inside me and gives me strength to carry on. I may have some kind of understanding of why I am going through what I am. I was given a task to inspire others, to not let this deadly cancer bring you down, and keep on keeping on. Don't let it stop you on what you want to do in life. Live life to the fullest. Some days will be really bad than others, but find that fire to pull yourself back up.